So today I'm going to show you a tutorial. Well, this is a tutorial of my presets. So you got 4 black and white ones and a macro preset for all my nature photographers out there that do like to do some macro close-ups, whatnot. So all the black and white presets here have actually got different effects. So that's why I've named them. That's why I've named them the name that they are. So specifically the beach ones are for all the beach photographers and all that type of stuff. For the cityscape ones, it's all for my street photography and all that type of stuff, because I've mainly used that one and the foggy trees ones, or the cloudy bridge one. So the cloudy bridge one is for all the scenic photos that you like to do, and the foggy trees one is for the nature horror type of black and white. Is that for all the black and white horror type of photo, because that's why I've made it like that. Also for the macro preset, I've actually adjusted a new one because the other one was a bit more red. So just be wary if you've bought it already. I'll send you over a new one if you haven't bought it already. So yeah, let's just get into the tutorial. So I've actually got the original images here. Obviously obviously the presets are already here, so this is all the adjustments I've made for this photo here. So for this one is called the cloudy bridge one, and so I've actually made it a bit more, it's a bit more darker down the bottom. So if you are a bit more curious to know what this does, it makes it a bit more dramatic. Obviously I probably would have gone a bit more closer, but hey, I've already done it. So so for this moment, yeah, there's a lot more contrasty and highlights, just to brighten the image up a bit more. So that's what this preset is for. So for the foggy trees one, if we can actually go towards it, thank you. So for the foggy trees ones, I want to highlight a bit more of this path here. So this one is for like a bit of like an old black and white nature type of thing. So that is why I've made it like what it is, and also I've tried to make it a bit more foggier, but it didn't really work out towards the effect. But hey, I tried. So these are the adjustments here, not too much, just more the highlights here. You can obviously play around with them. Obviously you can change the midtones however you like, so adjust the midtones and the adjustment of how you like with these presets, because it's up to you. I'm not really gonna go, you must use these presets, or you must use these presets exactly the same, because you're obviously going to use the adjustments. So these are just easy and simple to use. So that is what I wanted for these presets, to make it easy and simple to make black and white photos. So for the beach preset, I want to make it a bit more lighter. Obviously the ocean is obviously already lighted up a bit more, and so there's obviously all these dark images. So that's probably why there is less highlights and stuff. Well, there's obviously less highlights and not too much of the exposure, because it's a very bright day. It was like 30 degrees, but I wanted to make it a bit more black and white, and also to make it a bit more like a vintage camera sort of photo from that as well. And so with the adjustments down here, I've obviously played around with the temp and the tint. That is probably the most important thing. Play around with these because they'll adjust the brightness and the darkness as well. So just be wary with black and white photos if you haven't really done that already. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, I wasn't done talking. Obviously I've adjusted the black and white mixture as well, so just be wary with that as well. That's why I've done it the way it is. So play around with how you like it as well. Alright, I keep on scrolling, so pardon me. So there's the macro preset. So obviously with the original, which I will show you right now, this is the old one. The old one was a bit more of like, it was very red. So I'll just show you. See how like it's very red, like it's not really that great. So it was a bit more orangey and yellow. It didn't really like it, so I adjusted it towards how I like it. So this is the new one here. It's a bit more greener and stuff, so just be wary of that. There is other 2 images which are down here, which I will show you in a little bit. And so this is I'm just showing you the originals of how they look, so then you can actually have a example of what to know, of what to put in with these presets. So that is the macro preset. Let's just get the others out of the way. This is the cityscape preset. So obviously cityscape, I've mainly used this preset for my street photography when I'm going with black and white, which is why it's a bit more down here, then macro preset, because I've mainly have done street photography most of the time when I'm taking photos or whatever. With the macro preset, use it for nature only, or only use it for nature. You can use it for daytime street photography, but just be wary, it may look a bit more green, so it'll be a bit weird. Don't use it on people, obviously, so just gonna point out, because I've tried it with people, it didn't really go that well because the person was orangey type of thing. So I will be making another preset for people photography, so that'll be coming up in a few months. So with the cityscape, I want to make it a bit more darker and also a bit more grey, and like make it a bit more classier. Classier? Is that even a word? Classic in a way. So I obviously wanted to have downlight or have a bit more highlights, just a little bit. Also make it a bit more contrast to make it a bit more darker, because contrast and stuff, or contrast and highlights are the most important thing with black and white, and also with blacks and whites as well. So I downed the blacks and the whites, and then I've also played around with the tint to all the way to plus 78. You can down that depending on what the image looks like. So these are obviously the adjustments here as well. You can select the color and stuff. It'll probably, you know, it can obviously make it a bit more darker or white or lighter in a way. So with this, let's just get this out of the way. So I've obviously used this with the cityscape one, so I'm just showing you a bit more of what it actually does. So yeah, alrighty, so this one was with the cityscape one, I believe. Yep, it was with the cityscape one. Obviously adjusts the brightness when it comes to it, because as you can see here, it is a bit bright there. So I'm just showing you what you can actually do is just to like obviously down those highlights and then adjust everything else. So yeah, playing around with it, of course. Alright, so with this one as well, if I can select it, with this one as well, I've used the cityscape one, which is what it highlighted. Oh wait, nope. There we go. So with this one, I've used the cityscape one. I'm just showing you of what, you know, the images are. So what you get with the cityscape one is mainly the highlights of these buildings. So this is why I made it, to get the perfect highlight of the buildings, so you don't get overexposed and stuff, because the sun can be very harsh as well in terms for midday photos. So that's why I made the cityscape one. This one was with the this one was with the cloudy fog bridge. Sorry, I didn't really select it, I don't know why. Anyways, so this one was with the cloudy fog bridge preset. Obviously play around with it. Obviously this photo is not very straight, but hey, it's okay. There's obviously other presets here which I have not put in before, and so yeah, play around with how you like it with this one as well. Obviously these are the adjustments here, which I'll show you. So there's a bit more contrast, a bit more lighter than the other ones. I'm going to tell you that one. It's a bit more lighter. Alright. The next one is with its own, just with the cloudy, the foggy trees. Forgot about that one. So the foggy trees preset, this will give you with your own product. I was really close to the camera, I do apologize. With this one, this will give you probably the best out of your product photos. So depending on what the bottle is, I've used it with a Jim Beam Double Cut, which is what the photo is of here, because the bottle was dark itself. So with bourbon and anything else, this photo will be spectacular for your product photography. Yes, I know, yes, I know it doesn't really make any sense. That's called foggy trees, but it's great with product photos. But like, you can play around with anything you like with these presets. So I played around with it and I really like it, because it gives you like a lot more lighter and also not too much darkness and stuff like that. But it's mainly used for nature, but you can use it for product photos. So I'm giving you a very wide examples as well. So this one was with the, this one was with the black and white cityscape. And so, yeah, this was with the, obviously you can just adjust it how you like it. This is completely fine, actually. I do like this one. So this one was with the black and white cityscape one. Obviously it has a bit more dark edges, which is probably why. And so you'll get the highlights as well. Okay, rightio. And so with this one as well, the foggy trees, very great. A bit dark, I'm going to tell you, with this photo, but I'm just showing you examples yet again. So let's just get through this as well. Obviously with this one, this is with the black and white cityscape. And I do really like it because it gives you the dark edges as well, and it gives you like a very, this photo is actually really good because it shows you how busy it is around the place. And then now we got the macro preset photos. So what it'll give you is, it will give you a lot of greens. So with like nature and stuff, since it's a lot of greens with trees, you know, everything else that's alive, it'll give you a lot of highlights around these as well. And then obviously with this one, this was the old one, which will give you a bit of redness. If what's happening here? Sorry, my Lightroom's, there we go. It'll give you a bit more red up here, which you don't want in your photos because it's just really random. So with this one, I've adjusted it a bit more, and now you've got a bit more natural up there. So yeah, that is a tutorial for my presets. If you do not like these, give me some feedback on these. But if you do like them, also give me, you know, a comment of like, describe the presets of how it's been affected on your photos beforehand and stuff, because these presets are very good to use and I do really like them. I've used them a lot, so obviously, you know, I've shown that I've used these before. So yeah, like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, and also my Instagram as well, and also all my socials. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, you can go ahead and play around with these photos, and yeah, thanks so much for, you know, joining me with Thomas for my preset and this tutorial, because this is my first time doing a tutorial. So yeah, oh, well, be creative.